What's up, everybody? I wanted to talk about something today. We had Blade Show in October. It's December now. And I picked out some cool things. Like, here's something I got from Blade Show. Here's something I got from Blade Show. But more importantly, what I want to talk about is... I can't think of the name, but there was this dude... and he did me a huge favor. I'll put his name in the description. I can't think of it off the top of my head. So anyway, I took Isaiah. He's 4 years old. And he really wanted to be a knife. He wants to be a knife guy. He's 4 years old. I have to kind of like hide these sometimes. Because he doesn't touch them, but he wants to. He always asks. And I have to say no. But anyway, someone gave me a good idea, and I want to tell you about it. We walked the Blade Show, and Isaiah tried a bunch of knives. We looked at the Landers, Baby Banters, Alimentums, but Isaiah settled on this little guy. They're sold with the Mora people, Mora Kniv. This is dirty. It's called Uko. This little guy is called a Tinkman. It's tiny. Here it is next to a McNeese. It's tiny. It's just a little fella. But what I want to tell you is, you can buy your kid cool wooden knives. P&W Funworks even hand carved one. Isaiah was like 2 when he got this, or 3, and he chewed the tip. But these are fun. It's a cool way to get him interested in knives. But we walked the show. Isaiah picked this. This is what he wanted. We even went back to other places. And the trick is you take your knife that you want your kid to have, and you go find a guy with a grinder, and you just get rid of this edge. This is not sharpened edged at all. He took it on that grinder, and zzz, it's flat. It won't cut nothing. And what's cool about that idea is it lets your child have like a real knife, but it's safe. You're not gonna get cut. And it lets the kid get used to actually having a knife. So, the wooden one was cool, but now with this guy, he can practice flipping it. Although the action on this little guy is not great because the blade's so small. He could practice doing a liner. He can close it. It's got metal, and it's got, whatever material you pick out. Maybe you get a banter. But it's like a real knife that he could use, a kid, and it lets him practice, like, with a knife. So Isaiah was walking around Blade Show. First thing he did was put this thing through pretzel. I have a video where we did a walkthrough, and I walked up on Isaiah, and he just sawing through a pretzel. But man, he was so proud. He was like, "I'm a knife guy." And there's cheap knives or whatever, like G10 knives you can practice with, wooden knives. But I liked this idea because it's a real knife, and you get that real practice with it. The way it feels, the action of a real knife. You get to learn the characteristics of the handle material that you get, the blade, and when he gets old enough, or she, you could sharpen it back up, and then you have a fully functioning knife again. I thought it was a really cool idea, so I wanted to share it with you. So, this one's dirty. Isaiah's definitely got no safe queens. I think this is... I don't know, he's putting it through an apple, I think, or mac and cheese or something. I don't know. I need to clean it for him. But yeah, and you could practice taking it apart with actual tools. That's a real pivot, real screws. So it's like, me and him would take apart our stuff, let him borrow some tools, and you get that real world practice. So I just thought it was a cool idea. It's such a simple idea. But if you want your kid to get into knives with you, and you're worried about safety, go pick out something. Let them pick it out. Like I said, we walked. This is what Isaiah settled on out of all the stuff. He could have got anything. But this is what he settled on. We took it to that guy who got rid of that edge. But I mean, it's still like with enough pressure, you can cut that pretzel. You can cut a sandwich. But it ain't gonna cut you. So it's just it's a cool idea. So if you have a kid, you want them to get some like real knife practice, take apart a real knife, clean apart a real pivot. It's a good idea. Get a blade, get it just off, and then, yeah, you got yourself an actual, it's such a simple, cool idea. So I just wanted to do a quick little video just on that. I thought it was so cool. Isaiah's so happy all the time. He's like, I'm a knife guy. And he'll come running at me. He'll bring this to me. And me and him will cut things together, like bread or cut some pickles. Yeah, it's just fun. It's a cool idea. So I just wanted you guys to, check it out. I definitely dug the idea. I forgot who told me, so whoever that was, thank you. But, yeah. It's a fun way to get your kid into knives and actually have a real knife. And maybe next time we go, maybe he'll choose an Elementum or a Bug Out. Who knows? Maybe a truck. Maybe we'll get something big. I don't know. For some reason, he was drawn to this little guy. But he's 4. Fits his hands really good. But it's just cool. So anyway, yeah. Get yourself a knife. Get rid of that edge. And now you got a kid who's proud to be a knife owner, a knife guy, knife girl. And, yeah. You get that real world practice with it. Take down a real knife, clean it out. I thought it was a neat idea. So hopefully you guys do too. But that's all I got. So, I'll catch you next time. Thank you.